for that wisdom of the Christ within us to be heard, to come forth unencumbered. Then the answer comes. Then the answer comes. And that's the first part of our burning bowl process. It's all about releasing. You know that we have 12 powers or 12 qualities of being that we talk about as being God within us. And we want to develop those powers. And so Pauline is going to read for us one of those powers, the power of elimination. And that, I think, actually, it's right there, Pauline, on the seat. So listen to hear what your power of elimination, what it's about.
Elimination, cleansing, renunciation, repentance. Elimination is our ability to release false or limiting beliefs and to recover awareness of our inherent divine identity. Elimination is a healing practice, a cleansing of the mind, and a clearing of to be the light of the world. Our spiritual work involves releasing patterns of thinking and behaving that dim our light. Just as our physical burdened bodies release toxins each day in order to remain healthy, we practice daily cleansing, renunciation, and repentance. And I'll ask you to repeat after me the affirmation. By the light of elimination, I cleanse from my mind false ideas of lack and limit. I release the finite to reveal the infinite. I release a false sense of self. To reveal my true divine identity. And from Isaiah 58, verse 6. Is not this the fast that I choose? To loose the bonds of injustice, to undo the thongs of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free, and to break every yoke.
Thanks, Pauline. There's a story about the city council. They'd had enough of the crime and the filth in the area. So in an attempt to reclaim the downtown area, a large northeastern city, decided to tear down their ugly, dangerous slums and demolish all the abandoned buildings, burned out homes and tenements. Several city blocks were cleared, and after years of looking like a war zone, it was an amazing improvement. But something very unexpected happened. The shacks and the trash started slowly creeping back. And the cleared areas were on their way to becoming as seedy and undesirable as before. What had gone wrong? Finally, it dawned on them. It's not enough to remove offensive structures. You have to replace them with something better. This time, they would get it right. So after clearing away the resprouting slums, they leased out the land for the construction of theater complexes, shopping malls, and upscale apartment houses. And after that, the slums did not return. Did you hear what they discovered? That it's not enough to remove something. It has to be replaced with something better. The universe abhors a vacuum. If you have retired in the last year, you know that the common expression we hear retired people say is, I don't know how I ever found time to work. It's because the universe abhors a vacuum. If you stop working, there's all of this space, this time, and it gets filled in. And so it is with our mind. It's not enough to tell ourselves to stop thinking about something, whatever it is that defeats who we are and keeps us small. No, we need to release, eliminate thoughts, old beliefs, and our victim stories. And then the second part of our process is to fill in the vacuum with the ideas of our good, ideas that will create pictures of the life that we truly want to live. So we're going to have a period of meditation that will prepare us, our mind and ideas for letting go. And you will want to have your onion paper. So in the envelope you received, does everyone have an envelope with paper? Raise your hand if you don't. Okay, so there's a few. So an envelope with paper. There's Pauline at the front here. And Pauline at the front. Is the microphone working?
Hello? Pauline at the front.
Okay. So you'll have your paper ready for when we complete our meditation. But for the moment, just take anything off your lap. And close your eyes. Let's move into a mindful place where we can bring to mind what it is that we wish to release. And then when we are complete, we will use our thin onion paper to write all these things down. What we'd like to release for 2019. So with your eyes closed, let's just take a deep breath in. Let it out. Another deep cleansing breath. All the way down to the belly and out. Relaxing our shoulders down. I invite you to picture an old suitcase sitting beside you. And this suitcase is filled with your emotions of anger, humiliation, frustration, resentment, disappointments. Anything that isn't joy. Your fears. Only you know how large that suitcase really is. Keep packing it and noticing how large it's getting. Anything that you're unhappy about goes in the suitcase. Any wishes that someone were different goes in the suitcase. Wishing that our politicians were different. Wishing that the world were different goes in the suitcase. And as it's filling up, pick it up and feel its full weight. How heavy is this suitcase? You may have been carrying these old feelings and stories around for years after they've surfaced. And they keep getting triggered because we carry them around. We carry them around and we bump into everybody else's suitcases of stuff. We keep triggering each other. We keep reminding each other of hurts. And so the question is, are you ready to put them down? Are you ready to see that what's in this suitcase has actually come to bless you? Can you bless them for revealing their gift of healing to you? Are you ready to burn them? And by doing so, to cleanse yourself. And so we let these emotions come to the surface, and including any unforgiveness of yourself or others. and decide if you're ready to let these go. And sometimes we're not. But are you willing to try to let them go? Sometimes willingness is the greatest thing we can do, just being willing. Because we don't yet have the faith to know that we could let them go. And so when you think you have a good idea of what's in your suitcase, then I invite you to begin writing on your piece of onion paper those things that you wish to release. What are you ready to let go of and leave behind in 2019?
give you another minute or two to complete that. And when you're ready, I invite you to take your paper and just open it up. Not too tight. And then as we sing I release and I let go, I invite you to come forward and place it in our bowl on the table here.
Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Say if you are discouraged, something just to make it to another day. You gotta let go, let it all go. This is what you have to say. I release, I let go, let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide, yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit, yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go, let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide, yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit, yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit, yes, I'm only here for God.
Okay, and so I invite Bob and Jack to come forward. And they're going to take our burning bowl outside, and you're welcome to go out and watch it burn. Otherwise, if you choose to stay inside, just stay in and just reflect on that affirmation. I release and I let go. Bob? Carlin, do you have one?
Takes me a while, so I'm not I should say, are you kidding me? Yes. Instead of having the fireplace pulled, it's done, yes. Well, it was a blessing for all these years. It was a blessing for all. This is service being taped. Again and again.
It's on YouTube.
Pardon?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Unity of London.
Okay. You don't have like a CD anymore. So,
Well, you get the video and the audio on YouTube.
when is it available?
It's live right now and available right after the show.
I'll have somebody that I want. I invited today, but they couldn't make it.
Okay, feels good. Feels good. So then the next part of our service, I want to begin by telling you a story. So it often happened that an old-time sailing ship, exploring and trading in new lands, would find itself sitting still in the water, just east of South America. A Spanish galleon could sit for days or even weeks, baking in the hot, hot sun off the coast of what is now Brazil. With their ship unable to move in the windless sea, unable to reach land and a supply of fresh water, the men were doomed to dehydration. Sometimes a local vessel would drift near one of these pitiful ships. The appeal from the dying sailors was always the same. Please, give us some of your water. At this, the local seaman would deliver an amazing piece of information. They were sitting in the mouth of the mighty Amazon, where it empties into the sea. This river is so vast that its waters extend 200 miles out into the Atlantic. Although they couldn't see land, the ship with its crew, dying of thirst, was adrift in fresh water. All they had to do was lower their buckets over the side. They believed themselves to be helplessly in need, but they were literally surrounded by exactly what it was that they needed. And so it is with us. We don't have to be adrift in a sea to feel helpless. There are times when we think in our life that there is no way out of the lack into which we've gotten ourselves into. Those are the exact times when we have to stop and re-examine the situation and adjust our thinking to the truth. That if God's will for us is absolute good, then prosperity, or having our needs met, is everyone's right by divine inheritance. This is a core unity teaching. We are swimming in our good, but knowing that, how do we bring it into manifestation? Well, I love the work of Esther and Jerry Hicks. And in the book, Ask and It Is Given, they tell us there is a simple creative process, 3 steps. The first is our work, and it is for us to ask. The second step is not our work, the answer is given. And the third step, the answer which has been given must be received or allowed. We have to let it in. We need to be in vibrational harmony with that which we wish to create in our lives. So everything has a vibration because everything is energy. And so depending on the vibration of that thing or that beingness, we have to get into vibration, a vibratory oneness with it. The easiest way for you to achieve vibrational harmony with it is to imagine having it. Pretend that it is already your experience. Flow your thoughts towards the enjoyment of the experience. And as you practice those thoughts and begin to consistently offer that vibration, you will then be in a place of allowing that as your experience. So we might be vibrating here, and what we wish is vibrating here, and we need to lift our vibration up to it by imagining that we're there, by feeling what it would feel like, by owning that experience as our own. We have a power called imagination, and Pauline is going to read to us about imagination.
Imagination is described as conception, vision, embodiment. Imagination is our powerful capacity to picture what can be and to develop the idea in our minds until we feel its effects while it is yet unfolding. Imagination is also our ability to live into an idea until it essentially becomes our reality. With our minds one with divine mind, we are creators. We draw from an infinity of divine ideas. In Jesus' words, the kingdom of the heavens, to catch one right possibility and bring it into expression. We do this naturally, one idea at a time. With this year drawing to a close, ask yourself, what next possibility am I interested in? What have I been dreaming about and visioning for the year ahead? Contemplating this divine idea, I invite you to repeat the affirmation. By the light of imagination, I conceive of possibilities. Envisioning my dreams fulfilled. I embody my divine identity. And from Colossians 1, verse 15, He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creations.
Thank you, Pauline. So let's move into meditation, preparing ourselves to really to touch that knowingness of what it is we do want to vibrate with, what we want to resonate with and draw and attract into our life. So we, again, just close our eyes and feel comfortable. And we breathe deeply in and out. taking a breath in and out. And on the next in-breath, God is. And on the out-breath, I am. In-breath, God is. I am. Do you remember when you were a child, you had a dream of what you wanted to do when you grew up? And perhaps today you have that same dream, or perhaps that dream has morphed a number of times and it's different, it's improved, it's changed. But there is a dream, there is a yearning. Are you doing that? Are you living that dream? And if you are you living the fullness of that dream? Is there still yet to be revealed to experience the full joy of that dream? If not, imagine what you could do to move toward that dream. What qualities of being would you need to demonstrate to manifest your dream? Maybe your dream is to travel. Then you would visualize the places you would like to visit. You visualize yourself getting there. Who's going with you? How long will you be? Dream with no limitations at all. You don't have to answer the question, how? Yours is to put your order into the universe and to have the faith in its manifestation and take the steps you need in order for it to come about. So take a few moments in the silence to let that dream bubble up. Explore it. Imagine it. Deep breath in. Let it out. And we're going to sing, I am free, I am unlimited, a Unity favorite. And following that, we're going to get out our piece of paper and write our letter as if it's in gratitude. So it would be, Dear God, or all that is, however you want to phrase that. But it's a letter that, it's as if it's Thanksgiving 2020. And it's already taken place. And so your letter is in gratitude. Thank you for, and you describe what it is that you have created in 2020. And so we begin by singing, I am free, I am unlimited.
I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free. You are unlimited right now. Right now. We are free. We are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. Free. We are unlimited right now. Right now. We are free. We are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited right now, right now.
And so let's begin writing our letters.
When you're finished, you can address your envelope, place your paper inside, and then seal the envelope.
Wherever you'll get it. Or send it here, 501,000.
Nope. Even put you.
And then when you're ready, you can bring your letter forward and place it in the prayer box. And you can pick a card from the table. Don't look at every card, just trust that you will pick the right one. You can close your eyes and maybe pick it. And then have a message for you on it.
Yes.
And let's sing.
Oh, I love this.
This great big light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This great big light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This great big light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Spirit sets my light ablaze, I'm gonna let it shine. Spirit sets my light ablaze, I'm gonna let it shine. Spirit sets my light ablaze, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I won't let anyone put it out, I'm gonna let it shine. I won't let anyone put it out, I'm gonna let it shine. I won't let anyone put it out, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine for all to see, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine for all to see, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine for all to see, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Who's the big light is part of me, I'm gonna let it shine. This light's in the heart of me, I'm gonna let it shine. I will chase the dark away, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, so let's sing it. I'm gonna let it shine. This place will be all mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This place will be all mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All together. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Margaret, you can take your card as well. So now is our time to prepare for our offering, our giving. And it's the end of the year, so sometimes we want to top up our tax donations. So this could be a perfect day to do that. So just take your offering and just put it by your heart, and we want to bless it. We want to bless it. Bless this community by giving this offering. And as we give the offering, we affirm our offering blessing. Divine.
Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Well, because this is our last service of the year and the new year is upon us, we wanted to find a song that would remind us that there's so much we can accomplish if we'll just try. And when we can accomplish no more, there's someone who can reach out a hand and help us to take that extra step, to go that extra mile, whatever it is, whatever we need in life. So this is a tune. Actually, I want to just share the chorus with you. And then I'll play this. The chorus is, I may be the captain of my soul and pretend I'm in control, but in things I cannot do myself, Spirit leads my soul. shore, far from the life I've known. I wanted better than before, so I really had to go. But I never left my heart at home, I never touched the sea. Just let go and gave control to a greater power than me. I don't have to see the sun to know it warms my skin. I don't have to feel the cold to know there's warmth within. Spirit steers me every day and guides my shaky hand. No matter where my ship may go, it leads me to rotten land. Maybe the captain of my soul and pretend I'm in control, but in things I cannot do myself, Spirit leads my soul. Spirit leads my soul. Things I cannot do myself, Spirit leads my soul. You and I and all of us sometimes feel alone. The weight of living every day feels like a heavy stone. But though we may not see a friend, there's always one at hand. Sweet Spirit walks beside us now towards our promised land. I may be the captain of my soul and pretend I'm in control, but in things I cannot do myself, Spirit leads my soul. I may be the captain of my soul and pretend I'm in control, but in things I cannot do myself, Spirit leads my soul. Things I cannot do myself, Spirit leads my soul.
Okay, so let's bless our offering. We're very grateful for the givers of these gifts, for the way that this offering, this money, this energy of life can feed this spiritual community and all of the people out beyond our walls. We feel that gratitude. And so it is. Amen. Okay, let's stand and sing. Let there be peace on earth.
Peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me, let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
And so we have released and we have affirmed and created something new for ourselves. really try and catch yourself this week. If there's any words that you speak that deny this experience today, oh, I can't do that, oh, I can't do this, I can't afford this, whatever that self-talk is, just catch it and just crumple it up and let it go and say, I can. I can. And so, our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. I am light. The love of God enfolds me. I am love. The power of God protects me. I am power. And the presence of God watches over me. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine. Yea, God.